first, I want to introduce our guest for this series. The movie we're doing, I feel like, is very focused on family. And so I wanted to bring in some family for the one I'm directing. And that's my cousin, Charlie.
That's me!
Hey, Charlie.
Hello.
Yay.
It's a pleasure to join you.
Could you tell us a little about yourself?
Oh, man, you didn't tell me that this was coming
I know.
up.
I meant to tell you that you were going to have to do this, and I didn't tell you that. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Well, in the current moment, I'm sitting in a recliner.
Nice.
I'm surrounded by snacks, as I normally am.
I didn't know we could have snacks.
You can't have snacks.
Shit, I want snacks.
And I don't even need to have the heat on because I have my PS4 on right next to me.
Nice.
It really heats my room.
Are you like playing Apex Legends while we're recording? Is that
Yeah, if you hear the clicking noise, that's just the sticks. Just
Okay.
the sticks going to town.
Great?
Why do our guests get to all do the fun things and I have to sit here in my room?
Alex also wants to be playing Apex Legends, which he just calls Alex Legends.
Nice. And eating snacks.
My online handle is generally found as Bob Ombadil, which is a BOBOMBADIL.
Which is awesome.
You can find me, Bob Ombadil. You can find me on Twitch. I told you guys.
He had the energy in his heart for this movie.
He does. That's a cool name.
Thank you. You can find me on Twitch most days. I am generally unemployed, so I spend a lot of time playing video games on Twitch. Occasionally you can see me walking a dog. I play Apex Legends quite a bit. Maybe you'll catch Alex on there playing with me, if he'll ever play with me again, based on my past
Listen, I've sent you some emites, and you were playing ranked, so I don't want to hear it.
I think that's about it. Every once in a while, I'll try to drop in some fan art because I'm definitely a fan of Roleplay Retcon on Instagram, and hopefully they'll share it to the account.
I need to share that last one you did.
Can people commission you? I know. You're both a graphic artist and then just a regular, like, very good artist. So, like,
absolutely, yeah.
It's important to note. So, like, Charlie designed our like channel art. Jeanette, if you see us do our like little preview videos that just has the like just the words Roleplay Retcon and on our like episode titles, like Jeanette, Alex's wife Jeanette did that, but Charlie actually did our channel art, the darker, like color paletted one. So if you like that, and that's even like Charlie has even been like, that's not the real one. I'm gonna get you a real one, and like it's very good.
Thanks. Yeah, that's just a screenshot from something I did at the last job that may or may not be the reason I got fired because I wasn't working on work. But no, I'm just kidding. No, that's not.
But can people commission you though?
Absolutely. You can find me at on Instagram at lets LETS _ cheese CHEEZ _ it. Let's cheese it.
The other fun thing is that so Charlie's my cousin, and Charlie also has a brother who is coincidentally also my cousin.
What?
And that person's name,
that work?
That person's name is Alex. So this will be, they've been Alex and Charlie my whole life, and so now I have like alternate universe Alex and Charlie here.
Yes.
You know, it would be really crazy is if Alex had a brother named Charlie.
You know,
but he doesn't. So.
Actually, it's a coincidence because I do have a cousin named Steven.
That's cool.
Yeah. Alex does have a brother named Ben.
I do, yeah.
Which is, I thought, where we were going with that.
Yeah, that's also where I thought he was going to go with that.
I think it was better subverting those expectations.
No, that's definitely why. Yeah, you can really trace Alex's process, can't you? Anyway, but yeah, so the movie we're doing, I also brought in Charlie because I just feel like Charlie has the energy of this movie inside his heart.
I do. I love
and honestly, so does Alex.
I love this movie. It's my favorite in the world.
I know. And since it's your favorite, Alex, I want you to tell everyone what we're doing and like just gush about it for a second if you want to.
All right, guys. Are you ready? Because we're about to play Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Yes!
I'm just kidding. It's Mario. It's the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
And like, I'm aware I think there is an animated one coming out from DreamWorks or something in the next couple of years. It's not that one.
It's
no.
not.
Oh.
It's not going to be any good.
Yeah, we are
all.
not preemptively doing
Be a lot
that movie.
cooler.
It's not going to be good as this one.
No.
Say that.
So, Alex, just we'll save some of this for rehash, but I really want to get out in front of this though, and like make sure that no one is being like, "Why are you doing this movie? Do you not like this movie?" Like, I need you to talk about this movie for just a second, Alex.
So, this movie is a movie that I like, personally, spiritually, sexually.
Oh, boy. That's new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the boots.
Are you a Mario sexual, Alex?
I'm a Mario sexual. I am. And yeah, I love this film. I've loved it since I was a child. I have a Super Mario Brothers poster on my wall that everyone makes fun of me about.
I have never made fun of you for that.
You have, in
Who
fact.
makes fun of you?
Ben did.
Ben.
I'm sure I didn't.
Oh, Ben, honestly. Well, I can say that I have never made fun of him for anything ever.
And I appreciate that, Jency.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a great movie. I mean, it's not perfect. It's got a few flaws that I can point out, but
I've definitely heard you say it's perfect before. Okay, so that's kind of where I want to so yeah, I don't think I love this quite as much as you, but we definitely all had like a viewing party before this, and I think we all we definitely groaned at a couple of points, but I think we all definitely agree. I think the word I would use to describe this movie is underrated.
Yes.
I don't think I quite love it as much as Alex does, but I like it enough that I want to make it again. And I think it definitely could be remade. But because of that, so kind of how I, as the director, am approaching this is I want to keep the spirit of the movie intact. So if you really love that, like, I'm going to call it city punk aesthetic that they have in that movie, that is staying.
Good. I want spikes on everything.
Right. Yeah, I want you to like the visual aesthetic, I want you to keep that in your mind as we do this movie, but I'm going to really take some liberties with the story and stuff, I think. Well, but we all are, I guess. Probably.
maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, Alex has like warned me more than once that was just going to like print out Mario. Alex is going to play Mario, and he has warned me that he's just going to like print out all of like Bob Hoskins' lines and only use them.
I don't have to print them out. I know them all by heart.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, I guess I thought you would like cross them off as you use them.
I guess that's a fair. I could do that.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. The system that we're using is called W.O.I.N, which stands for What's Old is New. If I have the history
What's
of this,
old is now.
well, no. Let me. You're getting ahead of me.
No, I'm not.
I'm behind you all the way. If I have the history of this right, the system began as something called What's Old is New. And it had two settings. It had old, which was like the high fantasy medieval era stuff with like wizards and knights and stuff. And it had new, which was like spaceships and Blade Runner shit and stuff like that. And you could like mix and match those two things. Like if you wanted to have like magic in your like future world, you could do that. And then they came out with a third system called Now, and which was like a modern setting. And also you could do like World War II stuff in it if you wanted, but it was supposed to be like an action movie thing, like a James Bond kind of thing, or something like that.
Or Super Mario Brothers.
Or Super Mario Brothers, the movie, yes. And so that's primarily what we're going to be using. But one of the reasons I wanted to choose is because, like, yeah, it's modular in the sense that those three settings are not islands. Well, they are islands, but there's like bridges between them. So we could, if we needed someone to, be able to throw fireballs or something in our modern city setting, we could.
Right.
W.O.I.N during gameplay is fairly simple. It's kind of what, if you are been playing D&D with your friends on Friday nights, it's not going to be that foreign to you. It's just dice rolls to meet benchmarks, and the combat runs a lot like D&D. You roll initiative and you do attacks, you take turns. but the character creation is like really where this series diverts, and it's really where the complexity is. And so they've already got their sheets together. Like, hey, Charlie, you want to talk a little bit about like Luigi?
Yeah, so I went with I wanted to go real with it, somebody that would really have grown up in Brooklyn, and keeping true to the character as kind of a street urchin or a survivor of the streets growing up. My description for him is Luigi is a cowardly human plumber who lives in his brother's shadow. Some of his skills that he's good at are gadgetry, carpentry. He's a craftsman, and for hobbies, he likes
Did you
to
say craftsman?
Yeah, he's a craftsman.
Yeah, he's
Very
a
crass.
very craftsman.
He's a craftsman.
There will be a lot of bleeping happening.
Yes.
He is a craftsman.
He's so excited for the bleeping.
He likes to build things, fidget with things, take them apart and put them back together again. He, in his off time, likes to use those skills that he took growing up on the street to do a little bit of parkour and urban exploration. One of the things about Luigi, I guess, from the series is he was always just a little bit better on the jumping skills in the game. So I really wanted to up his jumping ability, his running, and give him some running and climbing ability.
Nice.
I guess that's it. He's got 2 attacks right now. One is a punch and one is a kick. And then
Yeah, but that's not what it says, is it?
No, it says punch and kick. Eek.
Punch and kick.
Yeah, there's a bunch of exploits and traits, which kind of are a little bit like feats, I guess, in D&D. They give you either passive abilities or limited use abilities.
The cool thing about W.O.I.N is that, like, so Charlie, like, got to all of that by you pick a series of, like, careers. You, like, build a life for your character up until the point that the story starts. And so, like, Charlie picked, like, an origin and then, like, I think 5 careers or 4 careers. Which one was it?
4. I took 1 origin, and then I took 2 careers twiise, because you'll have to explain how that works. Yeah. So you get 5 in total, I think. You're right.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you pick so you do it through this series of careers, and like your origin is one of your careers. And so, like, what was your origin?
Orphan.
Yeah, orphan. And so that came with its own, like, he talked about those traits and those exploits. It came with those traits and exploits, and then it gave him a few points to add to his, like, attribute scores, which is just, I mean, it's like strength, intelligence, et cetera, et cetera. And like, that's going to be the bulk of the game is making those attribute checks. And then you picked some careers, and you can either spread it out, or you could do like Charlie did and like take the career a couple of times to like kind of symbolize that he stuck with it for a while. So like, what was one of the ones you picked 2 of, Charlie, that you did twice?
Craftsman.
Okay, craftsman.
Yeah. And that let
That's
you.
good. That's good podcasting. You enunciated.
The more times you take a career, sometimes there's you can pick different exploits and traits. So there may be a list of exploits and traits that you can pull from, and each time you take that career, you can pull another one of those traits out. So if a career has like 2 or 3 things of your liking, that's when you want to pull more from that.
What was the other path you took?
Urban Explorer.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Not Urban Outfitter?
He does have an urban outfit. I have a drawing, which all you listeners out there, if you
did a drawing?
Yeah, I did. I do drawings.
I'm going to need you to drop that into the Discord so we can look at
I
it.
want to see it
I wanna see it too.
immediately.
Yeah, so that we can. This will be good podcasting.
All right, I'll go fire up the scanner. and just give me about 20 minutes.
Just
I'll
take a picture
download
of
some
it with your
drivers.
Yeah, just take a picture
How
of
do
it.
you
It's
do it
okay.
with like
That is
pencils
a
and
good
stuff?
idea.
It's okay for now if you just take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think about technology that happens these days.
You should scan it though, so that we'll be able to put it up.
Yeah, I mean, eventually,
Like on Twitter and
fire up
stuff.
the scanner, but right now,
Yeah, listeners, check that Instagram and that everything.
Yeah, Instagram.
It'll be available on social media for your viewing pleasure.
Okay, I wondered how much I wanted to talk about this, but we got a little time here. Why don't you talk a little bit about Peach?
well,
Because Peach is interesting because I use a little bit of like I had to make Peach's character because Peach's character sheet is kind of like Peach's character is kind of important to the story, to like the world. So, but Peach's character sheet uses some stuff from the old playset. Mm-hmm. So can you tell us a little bit about that, Jency?
yeah. So Peach is really cool. I think that she is sticking with a lot of her like game origins in that she has got some abilities that the other humans really don't have, like just naturally. She has. Can I tell them about like her?
Yeah,
powers?
that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so she's got some powers. She's got the powers of the stars. She's also got some like cleric and fire mage and scion abilities, which I think is really cool. She's got some healing abilities, fireball abilities.
I heard
Stuff like that.
Spireball.
So I'm sorry, I meant fireball. She's got that fireball, you know. She throws the balls and they spire. I don't know. Also, so she's got magic and like healing abilities, which I think is really cool. Destiny, so she won't die the first time, which is pretty cool. She's got her cheek kisses deal 2d6 health. And like so one of the things that I like is that obviously Princess Peach is a princess, but she's got kind of like a politician angle as the princess, so she's a natural leader.
Can you kind of tell? So I tried to
charismatic.
stay away from this a little bit, but can you tell us just kind of how Peach's like personality is, just like in your mind?
So I think that Peach is extremely likable. I think that as a leader, she's a very good, positive leader that a lot of people look up to and really just enjoy, I guess. She's very inspirational. She inspires her people. I think she's very sweet as well. I really like that Peach in the games is sweet, but I think that she has a lot of fire. I think that Peach will stand up to bat and she is not going to take any shit from anybody.
If anyone is disappointed that this isn't Daisy, don't worry, Daisy will still be a big part of this. I know it was Daisy in the movie. Can you kind of explain why you wanted to do Peach instead of like Daisy like in the movie?
Spoilers.
Well, yeah, so I don't know. As a kid, when I watched the movies, I was like, where's Peach though? Like, where's Princess Peach? And, you know, I think it's great that Daisy got her time in the spotlight. And I agree. I think that you should definitely keep her in the game, but you do whatever you want, Ben. But I don't know. I think that Peach is just so iconic. And she deserves to be there. And also, I just love her. I love Princess Peach. I think she's a great character. I think she's a lot of fun. I think that a lot of times people really write her off as being like just that character that keeps getting kidnapped and then you got to go find her. But I think she actually has a really fun personality. And I think that she has a lot to offer.
All right, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Tell us a little about Mario.
Mario is an enigma.
Oh.
I thought I was going to get some pushback on that one. All right.
No, I don't know. No, I think there's a lot of trust in you to play Mario the way like you want to.
Oh, Jesus. Now I'm scared. I don't know. Where do you want me to start off?
You don't got to read like the whole sheet, but just kind of like tell us a couple of interesting points about him.
All right. Well, Mario is a tough as nails plumber. Yeah, I'm keeping the Mario.
So we're
Mario
keeping that.
thing.
Good.
I feel like you've made a decision for Luigi as well, then.
Not necessarily, since Luigi's an orphan. Is a tough as nails plumber who battles injustice. I started my life path off as an acrobat, because I wanted to get some jumpiness in there.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I could describe that as when Mario was young, his mom wanted him to be a gymnastics person.
Oh.
And so he like had trained his jumpiness,
A
and then
gymnast.
yeah. And so when that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Jency.
A jumpy person.
And so then when Mario's dad and mom got divorced,
A jump man, if you will.
a jump man. When they got divorced, he kind of went off with his dad and went into the family business of plumbing. And so I got
Nice.
laborer and craftsman ×2. And then I finished off with vigilante because I figured at that point in his life, Mario started his own plumbing business or kind of took over for his father. And then the big plumbing company in the area of New York, I don't know if Ben wanted to name this. I'm just kind of based them off the Scapellis. Started messing with him and some of his customers, so he started kind of taking up his hammer, which is one of his attacks, to kind of fight that injustice.
Yes, and I love Vigilante Mario. I love it so
Yeah.
much.
He's a vigilante plumber for hire.
Yeah, gig economy Vigilante Mario and Luigi is something I'm very into. There's some other cool mechanics in W.O.I.N, I think, that will work well for this series. They have a thing called countdowns, which basically they're just like dice pools that deteriorate to simulate like a race against time. Use them for death rolls, but they could also be used for other things like a bomb ticking down or something. Luck is a big part of W.O.I.N. Like it's a pool that like refreshes and you can spend it to make your rolls better. There's some chase mechanics, which is cool.
Ooh, chase mechanics.
So there's a lot of fun stuff.
For our chase scene.
Yeah, episode 4, I believe it usually is.
4, yeah.
No, it's 5. 5 is usually the one that we have a car chase in. Not that I can't imagine any context in Mario though where that would come up, but oh well. Anyway, some stunt. You can also do stunts, which like basically if you do something cool, you get to add 1d6, like just for doing something cool, like swinging on a chandelier or something.
Nice.
Yeah. There's also so there's a lot of mechanics and rules for like having stuff on battle maps, but obviously that's not going to work for us. So they have different sets of rules for Theater of the Mind that basically splits everything into zones. And that's how you like move. That's how you like use your movement speed and stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff, and we'll get to a lot more of that as we get like I don't want to go over like too much about combat and stuff until it's actually time to do that. So we'll talk about some of those mechanics as we get to them, but hopefully this was a good enough. You have an idea of like where we're going with this, and I think it's gonna work.
So we're ready to play the game now.
We're ready to play the game now. But I want to thank some people for talking about the show. Matt from the Drinkopedia podcast. Matt's cool. Matt's funny. You should listen to Drinkopedia. Aaron Weinbaum. And, of course, Kim from Chaotic Goodness podcast. I don't know. That sounded bad. Like, I feel like I say her name so much that it sounds like I'm just being like, obviously Kim. Like, I don't mean that. Like, it's very cool.
If she didn't love us so much, we wouldn't have to.
She loves us and we love her.
That's right.
Also, thank you to Simon Loveridge, who made the metal cover of the file select music for Mario 64 that we use at the beginning and end of this episode. He does a lot of metal covers of video game music. You can find him on YouTube as Simon Loveridge. Like those people did, please tell your friends about this podcast. It's really the only way we grow. We do our best to signal boost ourselves, but people only listen to you talk about yourself so much. But I feel like you know your friends and your family love you and respect your opinion very much. And if you could just point them to an episode of our show that you like, I think that would do it. Like, I know we say always start at episode 1 or start at these rookie camps, but like, man, if you're selling someone on a show, just pick one you like. I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
Don't start with Batman and Robin, please. For God's sake, don't start with Batman and Robin. I'm so excited to be directing again that I get to like have a redemption arc after Batman and Robin.
Yay! Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin was not the worst thing ever.
It was a learning experience.
You did so good.
It was a learning experience.
It was, and we're gonna do so much. You're doing.
Well,
great.
it wasn't.
We're all doing.
It wasn't
great.
all my fault. Some of it was just fate and chance. And
I'm not saying any of it was your fault.
And spaghetti.
And Spaghetti. Spaghetti also played a pivotal role in the betrayal of us. But Spaghetti betrayed me. Oh, I meant to ask that. I this is not a good time to do this now that we've like launched into like the end of the show break stuff. But like, are you guys Italian or what? Like,
I mean, I definitely am. I'm working on my accent, which is going to be awful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you give us a little snack?
No, because like when I say working on it, I meant I was thinking about working on it.
Look, it's. Oh. Listen, no, listen, bud. It's E3. You're showing your new accent, and at the bottom of the screen it says this game is a work in progress. So,
all right,
so let's hear it.
Okay. See, I'm going back and forth trying to do like
that's
a
so
classic
good.
Mario.
Oh my god, you sound just like an Italian person.
Don't pay.
Okay, sorry. Say again. You're going back and forth between what?
Between trying to do an actual Italian American accent or doing just straight up Mario
or Bob Hoskins.
See, I can't do Bob Hoskins. I'm not that good.
Oh, you are that good, but you're not Bob Hoskins.
I'm not though. Don't lie to me.
You don't have the same vocal cords as Bob Hoskins did.
I don't. Mine are gummier.
I keep speaking of. We were talking about. We've been watching Gargoyles on Disney Plus, and I keep trying to make Keith David's voice happen, and like no one can be Keith David but Keith David.
No,
that's right.
No. Anyway, we gotta have a taste.
Okay,
of
sorry.
this.
Go for it, Alex. Do it.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah.
All right, keep working it.
Yeah. All right. Joystick. Wait, joystick doesn't exist anymore. Kotaku just wrote up it looks like it could be a pretty good Italian accent when it releases fall 2020.
What?
Never mind. Gonna cut that joke. It's not gonna make it into the podcast. Okay, we've
What
already.
about Charlie?
Charlie. Yes, Charlie. Are you Italian?
I keep going back and forth. I think that.
Hey, that's my line.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna go with the Brooklyn accent. I liked what John Leguizamo did in the original.
Nice.
I think he pulled off the New York kind of accent pretty well. Of course, I'm going to have Luigi in my head the whole time I'm doing this, so I'm definitely going to revert to it's me, Luigi.
Nice.
Mario.
Luigi not afraid.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are brothers, right? Like our backgrounds are a little different, but I'm wondering, we definitely know each other, right? And consider ourselves to be brothers.
So I wanted you guys to decide that both of you have to be orphans in some capacity. Like maybe
You could be orphans together.
like Mario, like you could have been like adopted from like an infant and like lived like have a mom and dad, like any adopted person would.
I see.
But I want to know, are you guys brothers or not? Did you grow up in the same place or?
So I had a little bit of an idea. I kind of wanted Luigi to have like grown up on the streets. That's why he's got the whole urban explorer thing. He knows the like ins and outs. And maybe Mario did have a family. You mentioned your mom like had a dream for you to be a gymnast. Maybe I was just like the urchin that hung around like and slept in the shed or something.
Aww.
I never really wanted to go inside. I was an outside dog.
Aw.
Aww.
That's good. I like that.
That's so good.
If you're cold, they're cold. Bring them inside.
Yeah.
But you guys are close, right? And you've been close for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, I almost forgot one thing. Like we did in our Twilight series with the Wolf of Chernobyl, we are partnering with another indie band for this series. They're called Challenger Deep. So if you want to just go ahead and get some of that in your ears before we, just to get pumped, you can find them.
Get pumped.
Get pumped.
I know these guys personally. They're very cool. Their shows are wonderful, fun, good guys. So definitely check them out. They're available just about everywhere, I think.
I've heard them described as math rock. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Which is cool, and like it's apt. They're very like precise. They don't have lyrics, and so they have this one like friggin' hysterical music video that's a lyric video, but it's just like it just is like dun like on the screen. It's really fun.
Yeah, they turn their whole song into onomatopoeias.
Yeah, so funny. Next episode will be in 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure today is March 5th, and so that will be... I mean, today, when you're listening to this, it is in no way March 5th, like, literally right now. I think that's... No, it's March 4th. It's March 4th.
Don't ruin the illusion.
Today is March 4th, so I think the next episode will be on March 18th.
That's my birthday. So, thank you for joining us for this episode.
Yes. Thank you.
And hopefully we're going to have a magical time on this one.
Yay.
See you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, kisses.